welcome to Copenhagen. Thanks for dropping in. Hope everybody is doing well. Today I am having a sneak peek at An Earthly Tree with Branches in Heaven from Diamond Art Club. So this video is a Diamond Art Club sneak peek. That means that we are seeing this canvas before it actually goes on sale. So it gives us a chance to have a close look at the canvas. We can check the print, we can see the colours, get an idea of what it's like, and have a very close look so we can see what it would be like to work on. So the actual release date for this is Saturday, October 25th. It comes out to Ruby and Diamond members at 9 AM PST, and general release is 9:30 AM PST on Saturday, October 25th. So if you are new to diamond painting, or you're thinking about taking it up as a hobby, or maybe you've done a few small kits and you're looking to step things up a bit, I will go through everything about Diamond Art Club in this video. So because of that, it will be a long video, but I have broken the video down into chapters. So people that know about Diamond Art Club can skip the stuff they know and just look at the parts that they want to see. So after saying that, if you do buy a kit from Diamond Art Club, this is what you can expect to arrive at your door. It comes in a branded box. It does not come in a grey plastic bag. So we have Diamond Art Club, Do What Makes You Sparkle, and we have diamondartclub.com, obviously the website, at Diamond Art Club on Instagram, and Diamond Art Club on Facebook. So this is what you will receive. Inside this box, you will receive another box. Excuse me. And that box will have a rendering of the kit that you have bought. In this case, it is An Earthly Tree with Branches in Heaven. So we'll have a look at the box. So here you can see a rendering of the image, and then as we go further down you can see a full-size thumbnail. So this is the complete image. Then a little bit further down, the title, An Earthly Tree with Branches in Heaven by Lena, Owens. The size is 25.6 inches by 38.6 inches, which is 65 centimeters by 97.8 centimeters. So not a small diamond painting. Then we have Diamond Art Club, Do What Makes You Sparkle, DIY Diamond Art Kit, Square Diamonds. Now with Diamond Art Club you can tell just by looking at the box whether it's round or square. If it's square, this bottom section is a pale blue. If it was a round kit, the bottom section is a pale pink. So it's very easy to tell from a distance. All inclusive, see back for contents. So before we look at the back, we'll have a quick look at the sides. So we have Unleash Your Inner Artist and that wraparound rendering. So you see a little bit more of the image. And then if we go to the other side, again, the wraparound. And then a little bit more information on the diamond painting. So full diamond coverage area means it's not a partial, the whole canvas is covered in drills. Again, another full-size thumbnail. Then underneath that we have more details. So this kit has 88 colours, including 2 Aurora Borealis and 3 fairy dust diamonds. If you are new to diamond painting and you don't know what Aurora Borealis or fairy dust drills are, keep watching the video. Or you can skip to that chapter and find out what AB and fairy dust actually are. Total diamonds 102,573. As I said, not a small diamond painting. A little bit further down we have the socials. So we have Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, TikTok at Diamond Art Club, and again the website diamondartclub.com. If we go to the back, Diamond Art Club, Do What Makes You Sparkle, how it works, 6 step-by-step instructions on how to diamond paint, and then we have the kit contents, so we'll just skim past that. Warning, choking hazard. Basically, keep out of reach of small children. You don't want them mistaking the brightly coloured drills for candy and swallowing some, so keep out of reach of the kids. Third party tested for compliance with EU and USA standards. So all of Diamond Art Club's kits have been tested by an independent authority to make sure that everything used in the kit is safe. There are no excess chemicals, there are no chemicals that shouldn't be there. Everything is tested. The Diamond Art Club is the only company I know of that has this on their packaging. And then just Diamond Art Club, and that's pretty much it. So if we go to the bottom of the box, we have a thumbnail, the title, and the artist and the size. That is actually very handy, because a lot of people buy kits when they see them because they really want to do them and they don't want to miss out. Maybe the kit will sell out and maybe it will never come back. So people do build up collections of kits waiting to be done, and if you are one of those people, if you've got your boxes lying down on top of each other, it makes life a lot easier when you can see the end of the box. So you can see exactly what is in each box without having to lift boxes off to see what's underneath. So very simple thing, but it does make a big difference if you're looking for a particular kit. You don't have to lift them up. You just look at the ends, find the one you want, pull it out, and then you can start it. On the top, we have DIY Diamond Art Kit. So the box is sealed in cellophane to stop any dust or anything getting inside the box. So the first thing we have to do is remove the cellophane. So try not to scratch the box because the boxes are very nice. So I'll just tear the cellophane. And now we can open the box. So if we open the top and we'll have a look inside. So it says do what makes you sparkle, and you have a little recess there. If you put your finger in there and just pull, you'll find there's actually another box inside the box. So just a quick recap on the packaging. If you have been diamond painting, you could maybe compare this to how the kits you've been doing arrive. So you will receive a branded box like this. Inside that box, you will have a box with a rendering of the kit that you have bought. Inside that box, you will have another box with the canvas and the toolkit. So Diamond Art Club triple box their diamond paintings. I don't know of any other company that packs their diamond paintings as well as that. So we have the toolkit. Quick talk about that. So this is the Diamond Art Club toolkit. It is very different from any toolkit that you may have received from any other company. The pen is very different. It isn't a plastic straw like I was going to say most, I would say all companies supply as standard. A pen like this, it might be a different colour, but this is a typical diamond painting pen. Diamond Art Club decided to step things up a lot, and they designed a more ergonomic pen, and it actually works differently from these straws. So because of that, I've done a video talking about everything in the kit, but especially the pen, and I show how it works. I take it apart and I show how it works, and I show how to refill the pen as well. So if you haven't seen a Diamond Art Club toolkit, There will be a link in the description. You can click on that and you can learn more about Diamond Art Club's toolkit. The tray is also very different from what you'll receive from most diamond painting companies. So that's the toolkit. I won't make this video any longer than I need to. So I've done a video just dedicated to the toolkit. So we'll go back to the box and we'll lift the canvas out, and underneath the canvas we have this little envelope. So I'll talk about that first. So there are a lot of things that are unique about Diamond Art Club. As I said, they are quite a bit different from the other companies. So this is one of the things that's unique. Inside the box you will find an envelope. Diamond Art Club, do what makes you sparkle. Thank you for your purchase. If I flip it over again, thank you for your purchase, and another little diamond. But this time, if you fold it up, it acts as a lock for the envelope. We'll open it up, and inside we have something very shiny. So we'll talk about this first. Again, something unique to Diamond Art Club. So this is a treasure quest card. So you don't always get a card in the box. Sometimes you may not get one, but if you do get one, it could be bronze, silver, or gold, or black. That is the different levels. Black is the rarest. So we have the image. It will always be the image of the kit that you bought. It won't be a random card. It will be for the kit that you bought. And then we have the artist's name, the title, and the canvas size. On the back, we can see Diamond Art Club, Treasure Quest cards, and it says bronze. So this one is a bronze level Treasure Quest card. We have a scratch area here. If we scratch this off, we get a unique code. Underneath, we have a QR code. If we scan that, it'll take us to the section of the website where we can put these codes in. So I do have a video that goes into more detail about them, but basically you may receive a card if you're lucky, and then you have to see whether it's bronze, silver, gold, or black. Now, if you collect the cards as you buy more kits, and you manage to collect 5 bronze, 3 silver, and 1 gold, you can claim a $50 discount code. So that means that when you make a purchase, you can use that code and get $50 off. Or if you are very lucky and you manage to get 2 black cards, if you are extremely lucky and you buy 2 kits and you get a black card in each kit, you can claim the $50 discount. The next level up is $75, the next one is $100, the next one is $200, and then the top one, if you collect the correct combination of the different levels, you can ask Diamond Art Club to create a custom diamond painting for you. Now, that is very unique because Diamond Art Club do not do custom kits. If you contacted Diamond Art Club and said, I've got this picture of my dog or my cat and I would really like it as a diamond painting, they will say, sorry, we don't do custom kits. However, if you have the correct combination of cards and codes, you can claim a custom kit. There are some rules on that. You cannot ask them to recreate a copyrighted artwork. But if you're asking them to do a custom of a picture of the kids or somewhere on vacation or a wedding or that type of thing, it's no problem, they can do that. If you happen to know an artist and you really like their artwork and you would like it converted into a diamond painting, you can also do that if the artist gives written permission, allowing you or allowing Diamond Art Club to create a diamond painting of their artwork. I do have a video that talks a lot more about them, and I will put a link in the description. But that is a bronze Treasure Quest card. So put that to the side and we will go back to the envelope. So we'll open it up and have something else inside it. We'll look at that in a minute. First of all, we'll look at the actual envelope. So inside the envelope we have tips and tricks, so a few ideas that might help with your diamond painting. Then we have join our Facebook group, scan the QR code and you can join the Diamond Art Club Facebook group. Definitely worth doing if you want to see what's happening in new artwork and old artwork, and a chance to get in touch with diamond painters from all around the world. I would definitely recommend it. Diamond Art Club are run a very good group. They control it very well, and there's a lot of humour in there and a lot of fun. So I would definitely recommend having a look. So we have how to use and refill the twist and pick applicator, which we would call pen. As I said, I've got a link to the video about their pen if you haven't seen it. How to use and how to refill. And then we have step-by-step instructions again. If you're new to diamond painting, just the basic steps on how to diamond paint. At the bottom, we have a list of the kit contents. And then on the right-hand side, save 20% off your first app purchase. So you can scan the QR code. They have iPhone and Android. Scan the relevant code, download the Diamond Art Club app, and if you see a kit that you would like to buy, you will get a 20% discount on your first purchase. It's only applicable the first time you buy through the app, but definitely worth using, 20% off. So that is the actual envelope. Inside the envelope was this: Diamond Art Club, Do It Makes You Sparkle, An Earthly Tree with Branches in Heaven by Lena, Owens. On the back we have a good sized thumbnail, high quality print, start date, end date, and then details about the diamond painting. All of these things are pre-cut stickers or labels. So you can actually peel out the diamond as well if you want to use that as a decoration, and the Diamond Art Club part as well. But the main thing is, the idea behind this is for people who keep logbooks, like a physical book with paper pages. You can peel off the title, stick it on the page, peel out the thumbnail, put that on the page, and then the start date and end date. I would always recommend that you keep a note of that, because when people see your diamond painting, they will always ask, how long did that take? So it's handy to have a note so you can remind yourself of when you started it, when you finished it. So that is the idea behind this. If you keep a physical logbook, you can peel all these things out and keep everything nice and tidy and uniform. The font is the same size, same colour, and then you can flick through it and you can see the thumbnails of the kits. Inside, if we open it up, we have the key, or the legend. Most people call it the legend. I've just always called it the key. This shows us how many colours we have. So it says number, it starts at 1 and it goes up to 88. So we have 88 different colours in this diamond painting. Then we have symbol. That is the symbol that is on the canvas, so you know where to place the different colours. And then we have code. That is the DMC code. The DMC code is a way of numbering a specific shade of a colour. So if you were working on the diamond painting and you ran out of a colour, we'll say green, just picked a random one, green. So we'll have a look how many different greens are in this kit. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, not that one, 5, 6, say roughly 6. So 6 different shades of green. You're working on the kit, you're working on green, and for whatever reason you run out of drills. Maybe you spilled them and you've lost some and you find that you've not got enough. You wouldn't contact Diamond Art Club and say, I'm working on this kit and I've run out of green. because they wouldn't know which shade of green. So you would contact them, you say, I'm working on this kit and I've run out of DMC 703, for example. So you've run out of this shade of green. So they say, okay, we'll send you replacements for free. So they'll send you replacement drills. They will be DMC code 703, so they will match the color of green that you need. So that is why the DMC codes are important if you need to get some spare drills. So these are pre-cut stickers. So if we go down to 100 and peel it back, you can see pre-cut sticker. Now the idea of this is when you're getting ready to set up for your diamond painting, what they call kitting up, you can use these labels. So if you're just working from the bags, you can just peel the label off and stick it on the bag, and then you'll have the symbol, the DMC code, and the number as well on the bag. If you're using containers, again, you would just peel that off, stick it on the container, and pour the relevant bag in so you know which one it is. So the idea is to speed things up when you're getting ready to set up the diamond paint. It's just a matter of peeling the label off, stick it on the container or bag, pour the drills in, and it's done. You don't have to handwrite labels, you don't have to try and draw symbols or anything like that. It just saves a lot of time. So that is pretty much it. That is the key or the legend. So I'll put that to the side, and in fact I won't. I will put it back in the envelope, and I'll put my little card back in here as well. Fold it up, fold the little diamond, pop it through, and that locks the envelope. Now, it isn't just for decoration, it's actually to keep those labels nice and flat. You don't want them getting bent because they can start to lift up and then they stick to each other and it gets a bit messy. So until you're ready to actually work on the kit, I would definitely recommend you put them back in the envelope and just keep them there until you're ready to start working on the kit. So that is the thank you envelope. Very unique, no other company does that. So we'll go back to the box and we will take out the canvas, which is quite heavy because it is a pretty big canvas, nearly 100 centimeters high. So the canvas comes in a resealable bag, so the box is sealed and the canvas is also sealed. So if we flip it over, there's a glue strip at the top. If we just peel this back, oops, and we can open it up and we can take out the canvas. Now the drills are inside the canvas, that's why it's heavy. So slide it out. So I'll just talk about the canvas briefly. Diamond Art Club canvas is very different from any canvas you may have tried from other companies. It is extremely soft. It's almost like velvet on the back. It is patented, so it is Diamond Art Club's canvas. You won't find another canvas the same as this. High quality canvas. It has the scalloped edges. It has stitching along the edges as well to stop the canvas from fraying. Very, very high quality canvas. Inside the canvas we have the drills. Lots of drills. So we'll talk about them. Again, something a bit different about this. So Diamond Art Club always label the bags with the drills so you can be sure that you have the correct drills for the correct kit before you even open the bag. So it says an earthly tree with branches in heaven. That is the kit that we've got. So correct drills. So we'll open it up. So glue strip along the side. Just peel it along. Try and get it done quickly because it is noisy. Unroll it and take the drills out. So there we have all 8 to 8 colours in this kit. Now the thing that is different is that Diamond Dart Club actually manufacture their own drills. Most companies will get their drills from suppliers, so they don't really have any control over the quality of the drills. They just basically get what they get. Diamond Dart Club manufacture their own drills, so they buy in high quality resin from Germany and they make their own drills. That means they have total control on the vibrancy of the colours, the actual shape of the drills to make sure that they are nice and uniform. The square drills are square, the sides are straight, they're not slightly off, they don't have a lot of tabs on the side, they don't have some drills that are bigger than others and that sort of thing. They are very, very uniform, very high quality and very bright. The colours are very, very vibrant. So I'm going to go through all of the colours so we can have a look and just see all the colours that are in the kit. So I will look at all the DMC codes and I'll read them out. If you're not interested in that, you can skip to the next chapter or just find a chapter in the list in the description that you want to watch. Not everybody wants to see them. At one point I stopped doing it, and as soon as I did that, people were getting in touch saying, why did you stop doing that? I like to see the colours of the kit. So I started doing it again. So I'll find the first string, which is this one, and we'll go through the DMC codes. Now, I said near the beginning that if you're new to diamond painting and you didn't know what AB drills were, or Aurora Borealis drills, or fairy dust, the very first one that I'm going to do is actually an AB. So AB 741. Now, AB is short for Aurora Borealis, also known as the Northern Lights, where the sky changes colours. The reason they're given that name is because they have a special coating on them, and when you have your diamond painting up on the wall and you walk past, you will see these very bright metallic flashes of different colours. So these drills are orange, but if I tilt them in the light, and I don't think it shows that well on camera, but it's very obvious when you actually see them. If I tilt it in the light, I can see gold. These are metallic colours, so rather than saying yellow, it looks like gold, blue, red, purple and green. So as you walk past, even though the drills are orange, they will flash these bright different colours. Really, really nice effect. And a lot of AB 741 in this kit, 2 full large bags of drills. So lots of ABs in this, and that's just one colour. So the next one, 720, then we get to 310, good old black. So we'll find out how many bags of 310 are in this kit. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 large bags of 310. Then we have Z3078. The Z code means that these are fairy dust. Fairy dust drills also have a special coating on them, but it is very different from the ABs. With the ABs, a whole facet or face of the drill will reflect the light. With the fairy dust, they have a special coating on them. It is like micro glitter. It's like tiny, tiny, tiny pieces of glitter. So it breaks that reflection up. Instead of getting just a whole facet shining, normally white, apart from the ABs, that white light that you see sparkling when you walk past, these have very, very, very fine glitter. So it breaks that up and it gives a different effect. So we have quite a few of these as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is a lot of fairy dust. 6 bags. It's going to be very interesting to see that. 782, 400, 823, 823. Very, very bright yellow. 444, 3842. So the Diamond Dark Club drills are bagged by weight. So that's why the DMC codes do not run in sequence. They don't start at the lowest and go to the highest. It looks pretty random, but it's because they're bagged by weight. So next one is 939, 939, 939, 939, 920, 920, 815, 336, 336, 336, 814, 498, 803, 817, 817, 740, 740, 919, 738, 370. Very, very bright orange. 3822, 3799, 926, 3823, 977, and then we have another Z 3848. So again, another fairy dust, really nice colour. So this has that very, very fine sort of glitter finish on it that breaks up the shine, just gives a different effect. Then we have 3834, 904, 3815, 3766, very nice blue, 3865, Z961, so again another fairy dust. Then we have 6001. Now again, this is where Diamond Dark Club are a bit different. The 6000 codes are unique to Diamond Dark Club, and that is because they make the colour. That is the advantage of making your own drills. You can add new colours in to make the rendering more accurate to the actual artwork. Diamond Art Club hand render. That means they have a team of people who basically build up the picture to get it as close as possible to the original artwork. They don't just scan it through a computer and let the computer pick the colours. They have a team of people who look at it, physically look at it, and decide on the colours. And sometimes when they're doing that, they'll be looking at the way a colour goes through a picture, and they'll think, if only we had a colour in between these two colours just to blend it better. So that's what they've started doing. So if you see 6000 anything, it's unique to Diamond Art Club. So in this case, we have 6001. That is the advantage, or one of the advantages of manufacturing your own drills. You can add in new colours, but the main thing is you have total control over the quality of the drills, and Diamond Art Club's quality is very, very high. So then we have 3857, 844, 600, 300, 647, good old 666, very, very bright red, 935. I'll put them to the side, still quite a few to go. 936, 356, 469, 304, 3818, 341, and then we have another AB, this time a very vibrant green, so AB 906, and if I tilt it, I'm getting metallic gold, light blue, dark blue, purple, red, and green. Next one is 842, very, very bright orange, 947, 3826, 826, very bright green, 703, 3740, 3837, 937, 414, 813, 3021, 801, nice blue, 3849. Still got more to go. Oops, wrong way. 780, 938, 775, 3768, 221, 3808, 3756. Last string, and this is the small ones. You can see the bags are a lot smaller when you only have a few drills. So I have 820, 317, 732, 437, 830, 3348, 3024, 779, 957, 907, 610, 3345, 900, 3072, 745, 355, 3363, 6014, 829, and a really nice blue again, 3845. So lots of colour in this one, a lot of fairy dust. Z3078. It's going to be very interesting to see. I mean, obviously this is going to be a main background colour, so a lot of the background is going to be very sparkly with the fairy dust drills. I really like this yellow, it's very, very bright. Very nice. So that is the drills. As always, very, very vibrant, very uniform in shape, just really high quality. So now the part that everybody is waiting on, the unveiling of the canvas. So to do this, I need to switch lights off so we don't get a lot of reflection on the clear cover. So 2 lights have to go. Hopefully the one that's left is good enough. And we'll see how it's rolled. So okay, let's start at the top. Do what makes you sparkle, Diamond Dark Club. And we'll start to open it up. So lots of colour in this. It's very nice. I really like the detail in the branches, how they go into these fine lines, and that's why we have so many bags of black, because it looks like this is 310. So it's very, very dark, the sort of framework of the tree, but very, very bright colours. I really like this section up here in the corner. Just the way it's done, it's sort of pixelated. And then we get these sections of bright colours. Now the thing about it is, when we look at the print and it looks bright, it's nothing compared to the actual drills. I'm just going to grab the orange ABs. You can see how bright these are. Now there will be orange in here somewhere, but it won't be as bright. And that goes for all of the colours, even the black. Diamond Dark Club's 310s are extremely shiny. They give, to me, the best contrast, because you're going from jet black, and then when they sparkle, it's pure white. They just look really, really nice. So, yeah, lots of little details in this, little lines. I like the way it's put together. I like to see diamond paintings that are just a bit different, and again this is another one. So come down now to the horizon, we've got the sky in the background that's reflecting on the water, I take it is. I think this is where all those fairy dusts are. So this whole section is going to be fairy dust, and they're going to have that that fine sparkle, which is going to contrast really well against the actual tree. So then we get down to the reflection, and you can see the sudden change. The reflection is a lot darker. So we have a lot of black in this area and some darker colours all around here. And then if I do a bit of a scroll back up, this is a pretty tall diamond painting, but if I scroll it back, you can see how it goes from this dark colour and then comes up. We get the horizon, and then we get the light shining through the actual tree, and then we have this almost sort of stained glass effect with some of these sections, you can see. And again, these will be very bright, and then as we get to the top, even more sort of stained glass effect. I like this sort of stylized background. It's not just like clouds or something that you might expect. It's different, and I like different. I like to see different artists and different styles in diamond painting. Sometimes things can get a bit cliche. Certain subjects, you tend to see the same sort of things again and again with a slight twist. But every now and again you get an artist that's just different. I think that was really good. So we'll go down. You can see the key or the legend on the side, just to give you an idea how many colours are in this. I mean, we know it's 88, but when you see the length of the key, you start to realise, yeah, that is a lot of colour. So I want to scroll to the very bottom, and I want to talk about this section. So we have an earthly tree with branches in heaven, we have the size, and then we have copyright Lena, Owens. Licensed by LSR Licensing, Diamond Art Club, registered trademark. All of Diamond Art Club's diamond paintings are licensed, and they always have been. Diamond Art Club, when they first started, they had a vision of producing very high quality diamond paintings and licensed diamond paintings. So they've been going for just over 7 years now, and they have worked with a lot of artists. They are currently working with a lot of artists. And you'll find that some people collect a specific artist because they really like their style. Now the thing is, because it's licensed, it means that the artist is getting revenue from the diamond paintings. That means that there's more chance they will release more of their own artwork to be converted into diamond painting. So that gives us a better range, or a bigger range of diamond paintings, all these different artists and all the different designs or pictures that they create. And the thing is that Diamond Art Club are trying to recreate as closely as possible the artwork. So as I said, they hand render. So they have a team of people who work on it and change things and blend things and look at it and then step back and then change things and look at it and then blend it. And eventually they get to a point where they think, right, okay, this is as close as we can get to the original. They send it back to the artist for approval. The artist approves it, and then it goes into production. They don't just scan it through a computer and then print it and that's it. The other thing is, they only concentrate on the quality of the picture. They're not looking at the size. They aren't restricted by the size. Some companies will have diamond paintings and they will give you a range of sizes and they're all preset. So if they did that, it would mean that the people doing the rendering would be limited to what they can do because they're restricted. Like, okay, say they give them this image and said, okay, we want you to hand render this, but we want it to fit in a 70 by 90. As soon as they say that, it's limited to what they can do. So when they're trying to blend things and get colours, and it tends to increase the size of the picture, but the ultimate aim for them is to get as close as possible to the original artwork. Diamond Art Club don't sell different sizes for that reason. They want the best. They have come to this size, and this is the smallest they can get to create as close as possible to the original. If you go to a company who has, say, 5 different sizes of diamond painting, and you looked at it and you think, well, if I look at these thumbnails, they all look the same. So I think I'll get the small one because it's cheaper for a start. I'll finish it quicker and it looks just as good as the big one. You'll find if you do that, it doesn't work that way. A lot of companies will show you the original artwork. They won't show you the rendering. So all you're seeing is the original artwork, and they just make the picture a bit smaller. When you get it, you'll find that it has obviously less drills. It'll have less colours. It'll have less detail. I actually did this. Got the same image from a company. I bought the smallest one, and I think it was the second largest, but it was pretty big. And I did both diamond paintings. And the first thing that I noticed was there was a lot more colour in the large one. They had a lot more colours, so they can blend things better. The small one didn't have as much colour, and the detail just disappeared. There's absolutely huge difference between the large one and the small one. The rendering wasn't Diamond Art Club standard. It was definitely better in the big one, but it just did not have the detail that Diamond Art Club do. And personally, I think that is down to the hand rendering. It's because people are looking at it and they are trying to get it as close as possible. They don't just leave it to a computer and just decide, okay, that's it, and well, the computer says that's it, so that's it. The other thing is, when you buy from a lot of diamond painting companies, you will not see the name of the artist on the canvas anywhere. So you have to think about that. You have to think, well, why is the artist's name not on it? I really like the artwork, but I don't know who created it. It is because some companies will just browse the internet, they'll look for pictures and think, well, that might sell as a diamond painting. They just copy it, they scan it, they create a diamond painting, they sell it. All of the money goes back to that company. The original artist doesn't even know they're doing it. So Diamond Art Club wanted to make sure that the artists got recognition. So every Diamond Art Club diamond painting will have the artist's name in the bottom corner, and it will have copyright. So I think it's a big thing. It definitely shows in the quality of the diamond painting, because you have to remember the actual artist is looking at this and thinking, is that good enough? Do I want my artwork represented like this? So thankfully, a lot of artists are working with Diamond Art Club, and it just gives us a huge range of subjects. I mean, we all like different things. So some people might like fantasy art, some people might like landscapes, some people might like animals or birds, or just there's a huge selection from Diamond Art Club. There's a good chance you're going to find stuff that you really like, and you might even find stuff you hadn't even thought about, and you just see it and think, wow. I mean, I do that constantly. I see things and just think, oh, that is really cool. This is one of them. It's just different. It's quite calm, serene, but it really comes to life when the drills go down, and it will look very different. It will be much, much brighter, very, very sparkly. Huge amount of fairy dust on it. So this whole area here is going to be fairy dust. It's going to be really, really nice. One other thing I want to talk about, go back down, we'll go to the other corner this time. Diamond Art Club have perforated cover. All the other companies, the cover is just one big sheet of clear cover. Diamond Art Club looked at how people diamond paint. Most people tend to break the image down into manageable sections. So some people will buy release papers. So that is small sections, and they will remove the original cover. They will put down small sections overlapping each other so they're easy to pick up. And then as they work, they will lift the section, work on it, move to the next one, lift it off, and work it that way. Some people will use what they call washi tape, and they will put tape over the top of the clear cover. So they'll put strips down the way, going across, down the way, going across. They will put strips down the way, and then they will put strips across and break it into boxes. And then they'll cut up the washi tape, cut out a section and work on it, and then cut the next one and work on it. That's how most people tend to work in sections. Diamond Art Club looked at that and thought about it and thought, well, people are spending a lot of time doing this, putting these release papers down and putting washi tape down and cutting and all that stuff. Why don't we perforate the cover? And then people can tear it without having to use scissors. So that's what they've done. So you can hopefully see there are grey sort of dashes going along here and up and down here. These are perforated. So the actual cover initially still works as one cover. If you prefer working just one cover and lifting it up and folding it back and working that way, you can do it. But if you want to work in sections, the way they don't work exactly to the edge. You'll always get these sort of the bits at the sides won't be a full square. The squares are actually 10 by 10 centimeters by 10 centimeters, but the edges can be nearly 10 centimeters or maybe 1 centimeter, maybe even less. So you just decide what you want. For example, this one, the first perforation is there. So if I just worked by that, it would only be 3 drills wide, a little strip. So I'm not going to waste my time doing that. I'll go along to the next one. So I would tear it, so put my finger the opposite side, hold it down, and then just tear it up. Now, the first perforation going across the way is there. So that would give me a section this size. I probably wouldn't want something that small. I would take it up to the next one. So just hold it. Oops. I went off the line. That was me trying to be too quick. So I need to fix that. So yeah, it's when you're doing it, just take your time. I tried to do it too quick and it went off the perforation. So what I'd need to do is just get scissors and snip back on the perforation and then work it again. So just a bit too quick. So I would take it up to this one. That's what I was going to do. Take it up to this line and then fold it back. What I'll do is I'll go to the next one. It'll take me a bit of time to fix that, and I don't really want to waste any more time. The video is already long. So I'm trying to get it on the perforation, and because I'm beginning to panic, it's there we go. I've done it again. No, it's going now. Not quite. So I would take it up to here. Again, it's me. I'm trying to go too quick. I shouldn't do that. But you get the idea. You take it up, you fold it back. You don't need cover minders or anything. It doesn't want to flip back. You just crease it and it sits there. And then you can fold it back down. Maybe I don't get this all done, so I can fold it back, cover the glue, cover the drills, stops any dust or anything getting in between the drills. Come back, finish it, move to the next one, do the same thing, except be more careful, and then work on that section and just work it that way. This is what I've been doing since Diamond Art Club started these perforated covers. It does work well. This is the first time I've done this and got it wrong because I tried to go too quick, and then because I'd already made a mistake, I did it again. So yeah, it's just patience, just nice and slow. If you try and rip it too quick, it can come off the dotted line, and then you have to just tidy it up with scissors. So first time it's happened, but that's life. So that is the perforated cover. Again, unique to Diamond Art Club, and it usually does work well. That was operator error. So the next thing, sort of final thing that I want to do is have a close-up look at the print, so we can see the symbols and we can see just how everything's put together, and it gives you a better idea of what it would be like to work on, because the camera is going to be about as close as you will be when you're working on the diamond painting. Okay, so now we're having a much closer look at the print. So we can check the print quality, we can make sure that everything is nice and clear, symbols are easy to read, but we can also see how the image is put together. You can see these black areas, that's the branches of the tree. Now we're coming down to that section that is pretty much all fairy dust. This pale yellow is fairy dust drills, so it's going to be very, very sparkly along this centerpiece. And then down past the horizon, again more fairy dust reflecting in the water, and then we come down to the roots of the tree, which is actually a reflection of the branches. So we're not really looking at the roots of the tree, but that is how it looks. So then the colours totally change and we get these much darker colours. It gives it a nice contrast. So it gives you a bit of an idea what it would be like to work on. It's a very, very interesting diamond painting. I'm really curious to see how that section and all those fairy dust in the centre looks. Yeah, it's going to be very nice, very different, very tranquil, sort of serene image. I will be doing this one and hanging it up in the canteen at work and see what they think of it. So that was a sneak peek at an earthly tree with branches in heaven. It is not a small diamond painting. It will take a bit of time, but I think it is going to look really, really nice. I like this idea of the bottom section being quite dark, because it will really emphasize the brightness of the colors at the top of the tree and that central area with the fairy dusts. A really nice sort of contrast there that will draw your attention to the colours in that tree. As I said, when we're looking at the print, it looks nice, but it's hard to get across just how much brighter it will look. And then we'll have that huge area of the fairy dust. We'll also have the ABs sparkling in there, flashing all these little metallic colours as well. It's a really, really nice image. Definitely an eye catcher, definitely something different. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what my colleagues at work think, because they've been looking at different diamond paintings for 2 years plus, I can't remember. And I'm always trying to do something different. So they're not saying, oh yeah, it's a pumpkin Halloween one again type thing. So I'm always looking for things that are just different and catch them off guard. They do ask me what's next, but I never ever tell them. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing it finished. I think it will be so different from the print. But yeah, I really like the style. I like that. I don't know why, but I like that part up in the left hand corner, the sort of cubish sort of effect, rather than the sort of normal clouds. I just like it. I just think it's really nice. So that is it. A very long video as always, but hopefully for people who are new to diamond painting, and especially people who are new or don't even know about Diamond Art Club, have maybe learned a few things about why Diamond Art Club are different, and the fact that they manufacture their own drills. All of their artwork is licensed. All of the artwork is hand rendered as well. It's a team of people that put these together. It isn't just a computer scanning an image and deciding where the colours go. And the fact that Diamond Art Club also make their own colours to just get that fine blend to make it even closer to the original. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing this one. So as I said, sneak peek does not come out until Saturday. 9 AM PST for Ruby and Diamond members. If you do not know what Ruby and Diamond members are, it comes out at 9:30 AM PST on Saturday. Obviously, if you do not live in the PST time zone, you're going to have to calculate what that time is for you. So that's when it will first be available on the Diamond Art Club website. So that's it. Thanks for watching. If you are interested in seeing more unboxings, unbaggings, sneak peeks, first looks, accessories, and just sometimes things that I just think about and I sit and do little videos about them, please remember to subscribe and hit the notification button. You will get a little message when a new video comes up. I have now an absolute stack of videos to record, not just unboxings. I have quite a few accessories and things that I've seen and thought, does that really work, and that sort of thing. So if you're interested in seeing more diamond painting stuff, please remember to subscribe. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and in the meantime, take care, be safe, and wash your hands.